This is actually the second video I've filmed today, so if it looks like I'm wearing the exact same thing that I was in my very first video for this channel, it's because I am. So this video I wanted to talk about kind of how I practice Wicca. Okay, so in this video I want to talk about how I practice Wicca. So I'm very new to Wicca, and so I'm still learning what I want my practice to look like and be. So for me, I'm still very new to Wicca, and I'm still kind of learning what I want my practice to be and look like. But I just wanted to share kind of what my practice is as of right now, and what I'm actually doing as far as practicing Wicca as a baby witch. So it's one of those, I don't really do that much for my practice right now, which sounds kind of bad, but since I'm in the learning stages, I don't really know what I want my practice to look like yet. So my practice is very simple. I do have an altar set up, which is actually off to the side here right now. It's not on camera, but I do actually have an altar set up. So with my altar set up, it's very simple. Basically, I do have a decoration. I have a sphinx that my boyfriend gave me. It's like a little sphinx statue because I am very drawn to kind of the Egyptian mythology and kind of the ideas that they had. So that's something that I'm going to explore more as I go on with my practice, but I do have a sphinx on my altar just because that is kind of the representation of the god and the goddess that I tend to lean towards is the Egyptian mythology basis of the goddesses and gods. And with that, I also do have an incense burner, pretty basic, just an incense burner that I actually found at Walmart that I just thought looked really cool. And I do have a candle set up for taper candles. I just have candle holders that I found at the dollar store and some taper candles. I will have one for the goddess and one for the god. And the way I would do it is I have my incense burner in front, and then kind of back on my altar I have my goddess candle on the left and my god candle on the right. And what I do when I practice is, so far my practice has been mostly meditative practice. And that's just because I don't feel that I'm at the point yet where spellcraft or anything like that is something that I feel comfortable doing or that I have been called to do. So I've been doing meditative practice. So what I do is I will light my goddess candle and invite the goddess and all of her aspects to be present in my space. And then I'll light the god candle and invite the god and all of his aspects to my space. I'm not saying that they have to be present or anything like that. I'm just inviting them into this space while I meditate. And then I will light my incense and I will begin my meditation. And basically I just meditate for a while. It's usually about 15 to 20 minutes that I meditate. I do sometimes have music playing, but not always. But I'll meditate and kind of just be present for the god and the goddess and their aspects that have chosen to actually be with me in my practice. And once I am done meditating, I do let the incense just continue to burn if it hasn't burned out yet. But I will thank the god and all of his aspects for being present for my meditation, and I will snuff out the candle. I do not blow out the candles that I use. I actually just snuff them out with my fingers. And once I have stuffed out the god candle, then I move on to the goddess candle and thank her for being present in my meditation and in my space, and then snuff out her candle. And then, like I said, I will let the incense burn until it's just done. So that's how I practice day to day. Now, previously, recently, it was Lamaze, and I actually did do a little bit of practice for Lamaze as well. So I did do kind of my meditative practice, inviting the god and the goddess to be present with me while I meditated. So it was just kind of my standard practice. But I also took time to this sounds silly, but do my makeup in a very purposeful way. I did choose colors that were representative of Lamaze, and I was just kind of, in a way, meditating while I did my makeup. And it was just like a continuation of my meditation practice. And then after I did that, I actually made bread with my boyfriend, who does not believe in Wicca. He does not practice at all, but he is very open to the fact that I do practice and that it is something that I'm kind of learning about and exploring. So he did actually join me with celebrating Lamaze, and he helped me make bread because Lamaze is traditionally the first harvest, and traditionally the first bread of the year was made from the first grain harvest. So it was a special bread, it was made with the first grain, it was very important. So we decided that we were going to make bread. We didn't do anything super fancy, it was just this very simple bread recipe that I found online, and we made bread, and it was just a really great time, and I kind of shared with him kind of the background of Lamaze, and we kind of got to learn a bit together, which was really fun. Even though he doesn't practice himself, it is really fun because he is very open to kind of listening and is very accepting, so I get to kind of explain to him why we were doing what we were doing and what the holiday was about. And after we had made bread, like later on in the day, we actually sat outside and had some drinks while the sun set. And for me, I was thanking the God for what he gave us over the summer. And because at the time of Lamaze, his power is waning, we're having less sunlight during the day, and it was one of those, it's a time of thanking the God for what he's done and kind of what he has given us over the course of the summer. So that was what I did, and then we just kind of hung out outside, just talking and having a little like time outside, which was very nice. So my practice isn't very like detailed or very heavy yet. It's very much just I am a meditative practitioner right now. So that is what I do. I will meditate on a regular basis, inviting the God and the goddess to be with me. And I will eventually kind of branch more into spellcraft and things like that and more ritual work. But as of right now, I'm kind of just at the beginning stages of my practice, so I'm focusing on my meditation practices. So I just wanted to kind of make a video with you guys telling you about how I practice as a baby witch. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will be back for another one soon. Thank you. Bye.